Hello and welcome to yet another video. Today is 11th of December 2022 and we do a weekly review and also discuss some of the stocks for India market. So we have discussed some of the stocks as you can see on the trading view chart here, and you can watch those videos previously covered, but again we'll do a holistic review of where the market is, because after all some of the stocks we discuss here also has to be in trending phase depending on the market conditions. So let's first of all, before we go in, I like to do a Nifty 50 review and then go into specific stocks and also review some of the things. As you can see here, this is a weekly chart, and since when we look at it, I like to see what the view looks like. And after hitting all-time high, the last week has been bit of an in sideways. I would say it is not still a correction, though a lot of people are saying that there might be some kind of softness in market as coming as we go into a couple of weeks forward, but that's something time will tell. But at this point in time, yes, we do have a bit of a softness last week. This is last week candle, but again nothing serious about it at this point. But we have to be cautious, and I think personally I'm not taking aggressive position. Being market in all-time high, I want to give some time, let the market settle down, and then accordingly take the position. But having said that, some of the position which I take it now from the short-term view, generally depending on, and when I say short-term, because I don't do kind of a day trading or scalping or anything of that. I purely follow peaceful weekend investing approach, which is blending technical and fundamentals and trying to let the process decide how long I should be in the stock position, and not let get carried away with an emotional approach of it or subjective approach to it. Now, some of the things which is important here, though market is all-time high and also there has been some softness in terms of there's a recessionary fear and so on and so forth, so we have to give credit to our merit to those points and take our positions accordingly. I'm not going to be very aggressive next week or following week. I'll rather take some money off the table if I'm making profits, or rather and be on the cash, because cash is also a position. But let's look at some of the stocks we covered, and on the right on some of the stocks which we covered last couple of weeks in India market is South Indian Bank last week, which is phenomenally doing very well. Again, it is, as you can see here, last time we mentioned this is kind of an rejection zone, and there has been a rejection at that point, but there's a huge volume bar. I would see it might go in sideways before trending upwards after coming out of this box of the range. So let's see how it goes. Again, clear disclaimer at the start, I'm not a financial advisor. Please do consider any of the decisions based on this video before you should consult your financial advisor and make those decisions. I'm sharing this only for education purposes, so kindly consider that. Full disclaimer in the comments of the videos below. Now, Amara battery has, and all the battery stocks have been on fire, and the Amara battery has been a small losses last week, but that's okay. HCC, again, this is a high beta name. After breaking from the all-time high, it's just kind of corrected a bit, but that's nothing to worry, because as long as it's holding up with the key levels, I'm gonna be riding the trend, because again, this is not a stock which should be for long term. It is purely a cyclical play, and also it has just come out of the debt resolution as well. Godrej Philip, I covered all the details, and it has, after a bit of a sideways, again come back strongly, so I think it's something to watch out for. So great going. Ace Construction, it is being in sideways, bit of rejection on the top on a weekly candle, so something a bit of a concern. Just make sure, but there's not huge volume which is coming down, but again, distributions can happen sideways, so I would be watching out some key levels here. Make sure that you're not holding on, but again, I don't have any position per se on that. And another one is transformer rectifier. Again, this is a big candle, I think, and this is something coming in right on 62 to onwards to 54. So some, as long as holding this big mother candle, and within that, I think it should be okay. The volumes on the way down are not very big, so I'm not that big concern at the moment. So these are the stocks which we covered. Before I move forward, I think it's also good to go over some of these stocks which and some of the crypto stock, because that also tells you what's going on. And I have done some of the analysis before, and I love to do that, though I don't hold any position. But what I am observing, like, again, crypto market is down and out, and as you can see here from last time, this, and when I did last analysis, I did mention that if it breaks below this, which is, I think, for some reason I deleted that, but this area was a crucial one, and it's still holding up, and there has been a bit of buying. So I think one has to keep a watch out on this one, because this is something people can be surprised upward thereafter if it holds it. But so far there's no sign of reversal per se, but there could be some accumulation going on at the lower level. But the interesting part is, after making double top, right, it has given a complete consistent fall in a way. So now it's being going on sideways, which is positive, I would say. And also it is also in a key zone here from where it started. It's trading in 17,000 US dollar before it was high of 70,000. So there has been a complete, people who bought at top in the euphoria will be sitting with a lot of capital erosion at the moment. So it's also important for you to manage the risk and reward on that. So that's about it, and let's see what comes out from the next week analysis on crypto. But that's something I'll keep doing once in a while, just to see overall holistically covering up of the market as well. So let's some of the stocks which I am looking at it from next week perspective. They're not whole lot, because I think one of the thing which has come in is Yes Bank. Now a lot of banking stocks are just completely going bizarre at the moment, but I think, and especially the POC one. And let me see what caught my eye here. Let me. So there, this stock, Yes Bank, as you all know the history of it, I never, up till now, never participated in Yes Bank, because I couldn't believe the rally, and I was always circumvent on that, how this stock went up and really from the top, and this is stage 2 area, and then after that completely came back to almost ashes there. Now I don't know, many of you don't know about it, but SBI holds 30% of Yes Bank. So that is something, if you are holding SBI, you already have a position in Yes Bank to some extent, because 30% of position of Yes Bank is SBI holding it. Now let me just simply, 1 minute, let go 1 year so that is easier. Yes. I don't know what's going on here. There you go. So what has happened is, I'll go weekly so that it's easier to comprehend. Let's see. Yeah. Okay. When I go weekly, it just goes. Yeah. So it is coming on from last time in December 20, and it's kind of touching that. So this is something to look at it, and it's kind of forming a nice base, and who knows, and there's a huge volume which is being happening here. So keep an eye on it, what's going on here. I don't know at this point. If you know anything, put a comment box below, but something came in my radar. Another one, which is another stock which is important, let me add this up here so that we can track it next week and see what happens, is, again, I want to see where we are going in MTR technology. I did cover that. So it's again within it had a rejection, so that's nothing to worry about it. And I think let's look at the Khadim, again came in as part of my thing, which is Let me check once. Yes Bank is one of them, and there's one more stock which I wanted to cover. Yeah, Shelby. Now Shelby has been, a consistent uprise. The volume is missing, but something to keep a watch on this one. And I think this particular stock is in health services. And as you know, as part of whether recession or no recession, most of the hospital stocks or things will do very well. So I think you can keep an eye on most of the hospital stocks as well and what's going on. And the stock itself has corrected from the top and has been steadily going up and might go into sideways, and keep a watch on this particular stock. And another stock which is something which is Astra, I've taken a small position, but I'm kind of looking at observing that. Again, no recommendation here, because after going for a big move, and that move was pretty much from here almost 88% is going on sideways like a flag kind of pattern. So it is consolidating with, which is good enough. And also it is, if you do a quick fundamental analysis on Astra, let's look at it, what they do. And they're into development of microwave systems, telecommunication, defense space, and all of those spaces are kind of second order derivative of what's going up. And so something which is also the sector which is in trend. So, and the volumes are also rising as it moves up, so keep a watch on this one. So stocks which is this week is Astra, Yes Bank, and to some extent these are two of them, and shall be something I would say as a low conviction one, but I just want to have a, because it had what is important for me is the rise. So this has already given 60% rise, and any side movement and any tightness, that means there is a continuation pattern and can be, be a good bet in terms of holding it for the next trend, because there is a completely, this particular stock is going into stage 2 after going into stage 4. If you see what we do a stage analysis, so this is completely a stage 4 analysis, this is stage 3 which is topping, and this is a stage 2 and when it started off, right? So now it's again going into the stage 2 analysis. So you have to look at the base and then see when it comes out of the base, what is the volume star. If there's a good volume, then that means it's worth to participate with. So that's all I had to cover today. I hope it was useful to you. If you're liking our content, before I say goodbye, do consider subscribing to the channel and also hit the notification bell, because I keep coming up with the videos like this on making your investing journey peaceful, and also have a better understanding and control on all the different strategies to make you a better investor. Till the next video, have a good week ahead. Have a good peaceful week in investing. Bye bye.